Yordenis Ugas. Ugas, Sean Porter, as you pointed out, he's got a beautiful jab, and he usually throws.
The patience of you, Yordenis, but use that jab and keep Manny guessing.
And get to the body, Joe.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he did with Thurman in the first round. He went out. He's going to have to deal with Manny's jab, too, when he does decide to throw it. So
stepped it right in, and Pacquiao had to respect it.
You can get some room and some space to operate, and right now,
Manny has always been able to close that gap. Remember, he fought Juan Manuel Marquez answer. Ugas already realizing he's in with a very different guy.
And Ugas came back with a stiff jab himself.
I mean, look at the Pacquiao was very mobile. Here it is Pacquiao showing the power early.
I mean, wouldn't you agree with that, Sean?
Yeah, no, he can't stand on the outside and with that in and out, but we got to appreciate the fact that he is 42.
He's got to be a little bit cautious. I think he threw caution to the wind like 2 or 3 times.
Would like to stand there and throw that long jab out, but he's getting touched by bring that up. So does Russell Mora.
Yep. Well, that's one thing. He shots, not just 1, 2.
He throws him hard too, Joe. He'll dig in.
Yeah.
A different equation.
You see what I'm saying? Look, the jab.
Yeah.
The jab is gonna.
As we end round number 1, and we will go to the corner of Manny.
All of it fell short, except he kept stepping in the third punch. Nice belly shot, and landed. That was clean. And Pacquiao tried to, and then again, the third punch is what landed backwards. But I just think the effort alone by Pacquiao won him that.
To keep Manny off of him, but the other thing, that push at the end of the round. The
jab from Ugas too, and in round number 1, 21 of his 27 punches. One lands again.
And I gotta also say this, remember, Yordenis Ugas is very intellectual fighter, so we see the jab right now. Ugas is working.
Years of being a professional, a pro at the age of 16 at 98 pounds. When he jumps in with a combination, you know he means business.
Yeah, and Ugas is not really not working in holding back on some better power punches that he should be throwing.
So busy with his hands. Ugas outlanding Pacquiao so far in this fight.
Ugas is landing jabs, but I got a feeling Manny's trying to set him up.
Looking for that to land that big shot. But another thing, Ugas is moving towards the power shot, the power side of Manny.
His numbers, by the way, are interesting in that Pacquiao is throwing a lot of jabs, but not landing. Tries to trade. Would love to get this as a firefight on the inside.
And again,
there it is.
Pacquiao and Ugas both landed good uppercuts.
I like everything from Ugas in this round, the jab, the patience. That
Ugas. Stop. He is outlet.
Jab, backs up Pacquiao, and then shoots that right hand right into the belly.
So that was great boxing combination right there.
Sean, how did you deal?
What I felt was, come out here, use your movement, use your speed, and control this fight.
You used the ring, is what you did.
Exactly.
I don't looking at the same fight, but we may have a difference of opinion. I think good so far.
Well, guys, you're carrying on an interesting conversation of judge appeal. He may not have the quick legs anymore, tend to score on volume, and that's what Pacquiao is doing.
It's very close. There's a little more power for Pacquiao, but also is.
But I agree with Larry in the sense that he's got judge.
That right hand lands by Ugas, then doubles it up on the jab with the right hand. 3-punch combo. Well, that's part of the difficulty of judging, Joe, too, is that you need to process an off. Slows up just a bit, which favors Ugas. Whacks with the right hand.
Watch your heads.
Yeah, some interesting info.
Watch your heads.
Ref Mora was just in their corner.
All right, Jordan, you were talking about that before, again, in a previous Ugas fight, by giving the warning, giving Manny a little bit of time. It was a shade.
Hands. And a couple of jabs just like that, and there goes Ugas. He's on fire tonight. He's on fire.
42-year-old man.
He does not want to.
Yeah, Manny knows how to win fights. It's the 5th round, which than Manny Pacquiao.
Chinky is looking on. She can barely. He gives you your money's worth. It's no question.
Corner there. He's just sitting down now, and probably 20 seconds have passed. All right, here's some replay, Sean. You know.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll take the fight right now. I feel like Ugas is controlling the fight. And then the timing and the rhythm of Yordenis Ugas. Yeah. And then right here, Pacquiao. It's a great fight.
And I will say, Manny had some of a lot of back and forth, but you know,
I'm just going to continue to call the fight. My score doesn't matter either way. So, I mean, Manny Pacquiao, different looks. Manny was not as prepared for this.
And Manny Pacquiao has thrown at least 15 more punches in every round. 23, and that jab and that double jab, a big difference. Off the jab, Ugas landed. He's landing shots. Larry Hazard loves that as well. There's raw
Coming around the glove of Manny Pacquiao, but it lands because
making the difference here. 82% of this fight is spent at distance. Just
Time looking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's active. Taking his time. Energy. But again,
I like the fact that Ugas is giving different looks. You see that right there? That's the shell defense. Manny is a puzzle, and Manny has not solved the puzzle.
Pacquiao able to land, partially blocked by Pacquiao. He's a man in a real fight. Ugas, who he knows is for real.
Flip a switch and do something a little different. I'm wondering if I'm going to see.
For him to tell you the truth, I think it'll give Ugas a lot more incentive to do what he's doing. Judges trying to get his shots off.
Trying to make him throw his hands. You know, Ugas he lands a right hand there as well. Pacquiao jumps back in.
Thank you very much, Keith Thurman. Obviously, the last man to fight Manny Pacquiao before this fight.
A different fighter. You know, Ugas is standing right there in the middle of the ring. That's the hard part about fighting Manny Pacquiao, because those flurry fights, if Ugas truly wants to win this fight, he needs to keep letting that straight out to get deducted a point if he keeps doing low blows, but he needs to let the right
for the next round.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, I don't know, that jab would be like judges for this fight. Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, considered the best in the business. Good jab there by Pacquiao, but he's got to make this a fire, Joe. I think it more favors Ugas.
Yeah, Pacquiao is a, you know, he throws those flurries, he makes it look power punches, and so, you know, there's a lot to be said on running away with it.
No question. Yeah, flurry there by Pacquiao. Most of those shots block Pacquiao. He's not just boxing, moving, and keeping him at bay. He's
very well. He's got good head movement. He's. It's a type of fight that he's capable of fighting. And
what damage are you incurring on the other fighter? Those shots are landing.
Yeah, he has success when he does it.
That was a three-punch combination. Landed to Pacquiao back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back, tries to get close. Hand from Ugas.
That's what I expect of Ugas. If he wants to win this fight, it's a good jab. A jab is a setup punch for your next punch.
Yeah.
Is not closing the gap. Then he allows Ugas to pick his. So far, he's been able to do that. Punches landed, still very. Pacquiao now, time to fire back. Can he pick up the pace? Can he? Ugas says, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Nothing without my jab. Look at the long jab of Yordenis Ugas. For Yordenis.
Well, I don't think any of us disagree about the jab.
Yeah, I thought it was coming right there.
Right.
You're right. The double jab, they is.
Oh, I don't know that. On my view.
Oh, because Dame is my guy. He's a gold medalist here at the Olympic Games. So
listen. Well, you know that.
Manny Pacquiao at the age of 42, 2 years removed from the ring, but on a very different fight so far in this one. And again, Pacquiao had a knockdown.
I'll say this, and the fight against was going to be aerospin for Manny Pacquiao, and I started to feel the same way about this fight where How
do you have it through 7?
I got Pacquiao ahead by 1 point, 67 right now. We'll see how this round ends up. But right now,
I think he's been close
back.
throughout.
But now
coming back again, I think he's been in it the whole time.
And whoever felt like Manny Pacquiao was controlling this fight in
was at the beginning of the fight, Pacquiao was throwing the combinations. He's throwing the hard shots behind the jab. Nobody's going to deny that.
Again, it comes down to scoring shots, and these are competitive rounds. There's no question about that.
Bump Salas out, and Rodriguez stopped the bleeding on that cut.
There you go. Long way to go.
Here's the adjustment for Manny Pacquiao. Finish your combination left side of Ugas away from that right hand.
Now tries to come back and answer that hook. I'm going to have a grazing hook off the side of his head. Ugas punctuating round 8.
Ugas found a home for the
watch. Looks up, concerned for her husband.
I don't think Manny's ever seen a fighter who throws a right hand like that. It is the Cuban.
What he thought was a straight right hand, and it came around. But he's been dealing a parry, move your hand there, then come around.
Yeah.
Ugas has been. Russell Moore. Oh, he's warning Ugas again. Think of the guys who Lorme, Omar Figueroa, Mike Dallas Jr., Abel Ramos.
That was Stitch Duran working on the cut in Ugas's.
Power punches landed in favor of Manny Pacquiao, 65-59. But it gives you an indication of who's landing what. Rounds what you have. That's what happens when you fight the top fighters. And Ugas is. And you wonder how much is left in the tank. Wayne.
Yeah, the last 3 rounds, Ugas really has turned up. He's doing a lot of the fighting now. He's being busy. and he's frustrating playing the clean shot where I think Ugas is now.
Well, Manny finally keeping energies up a little bit this round, and he's changing the rhythm a little bit. This
win these next few rounds. We're in the 9th round right now.
Yeah.
You know,
and a whole career. But can he do it again and again? It is difficult. And it's still very close. We don't know how the judges will have it.
Well, I felt like that was what he did. And then Keith came on late at the end.
Without
in this case, Manny's got...
And not only that, it keeps Pacquiao back. Pacquiao tries throwing his hands. A lot of them in re-engage mode where they're able to fight from distance and box the way.
the left uppercut to the belly. That's
good right hook right there to the body.
Capable of that. And there he is, switching up the right hand. Look, there's no doubt he's having a much better.
Pacquiao stand right in front of him. And he could be winning all these rounds.
Ok. Nos vamos para el 10, ¿verdad? Tranquilo, tranquilo, que ya lo
Nice and
tenemos.
calm. Nice. We have him.
Hace falta que te imponga.
What you need to do,
Oíste, imponga.
remember, you can do whatever you want in this fight.
Déjame hablar, cojones. Todo lo que tú...
Diorana, Leon, Ugas around, but hasn't landed more than 11 since round 5. And Ugas, we don't know if he's assumed control, but he could be doing enough to win a lot of...
Ugas' favor. But, you know, Salas is not going to rely doubt as to who's winning these rounds because we are in the...
now. It's 42.
I'll tell you what, I like the coaching right there. From
Ugas very strong, though, on the inside.
I like the coaching. He also told you, Dennis, you can do anything you want. I love that coaching.
Well, and comes down with the hammer. Pacquiao begins to tries with the jab. Some of those shots blocked.
Quite a few rounds went by with Manny getting caught with a clean right hand.
Pacquiao able to land, come in with the right hand.
No, 3 out of the 4 punches he's throwing.
And usually that left hand, Joe, that's the one that caught. Landing now, sending the sweat flying from Pacquiao's head.
Long 3 looks from Yordenis Ugas in this fight. Moments step back like that, and then there's one more where he'll stay, and it looks those different ways of defending Manny Pacquiao's punches has kept.
Ugas able to take the air out of the ball on Pacquiao. Gonna have to force the action.
Yeah.
That's round 10.
And Ugas landed hard. There was a short right hook by Pac. Flush right down the straight, right down the middle with a jab. He's going to hook Ugas back with the jab, double jab. Straight right again. He's having a good second half of the fight. Manny turned, sweep right hand right now. He's reacting to it and reacting to a...
Pacquiao in 8 of 10 rounds. So you could make a case, not just at the second half.
Whether or not he was landing solid punches, he just looked...
Believe.
Well, yeah.
We don't have the scorecards, we don't know.
But since the 7th round...
It was a feint. I think the feint's going to open some things up for Manny. And then also...
Pacquiao just does not present the same threat to Ugas here. Again, Ugas not only undersized in this weight class, obviously has the power when they exchange. Pacquiao plunges forward.
Yeah, that was another behind right now, and he's got to get something done.
Straight up the middle comes Ugas.
On his feet, Ugas right now.
Presents him now at this point.
Pacquiao able to land on that ear.
Pacquiao's got his hand up good there, though. He's hit to that.
And you wonder what the future is for Manny Pacquiao. How much?
Okay, I'm over here. I'm thinking this is a great fight.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
literally thinking this is a guy, Manny Pacquiao, trying to cement his legacy right here tonight. He lost.
Right. Not just that. Throw any young guy in front of Ugas.
Player. Again, you've got Errol Spence, who's still the welterweight champ. Terrence Crawford, the map of public perception. Digging in here in the final round to go.
Nice jab right there from Manny Pacquiao. The jab was...
Yeah, and here's Ugas coming back with that patented sweep right hand.
I like that you referred to it as patented.
That's what?
Final round of this bout. Let's cheer him on at the end of the silver ring.
Let's enjoy it.
Yeah, that I am.
I don't like the fact that you...
They're exhorting him because they know what's happened. And Thomas Delorme on short notice. He got this fight with 11 days notice. Suddenly he had a chance to take on Pacquiao instead. So he was ready to go.
And also shame on Manny. I don't think I've ever seen Manny really use... Manny never tried to use head movement to get out of the way of that right hand.
In this fight. And he just got rocked by a right hand. Look, he's not devastated or come up with a miracle.
And he's waiting on the right hand.
Fair to say Manny needs a a knockout?
I would say so.
Oh yeah, something that's on the scorecards. Really, we've seen it. We've seen straight. Look, we've seen things can happen. I think we've seen the ebb and flow of this fight, and it seems like Ugas blocked.
Yeah, Ugas has found a home for that. If nothing else, that has stopped and is landing there. He's found a home for it.
And you know what? It's not just a 42-year-old man who is, a junior,
Is that Manny still wants this win.
Yeah,
he wants
does.
this fight. I think it's
last stand, possibly.
Manny landed a good right hook, left hand, landed
On the world stage a long time. Got the opportunity of a lifetime when on their feet. What's left for Pacquiao? Enough. And is it the end of a legend?
Yeah.
But we knew he was a live dog. We knew he was for real.
No doubt about the trainer, Ishmael Salas, who he's been really, who gave him the only loss? Was it? Who goes to show you? Sean, you got, look.
And now Ugas goes over to the corner.
Wow.
Let's go to Larry Hazard's scorecard. Switched as of round 6. Pacquiao took round 9, but that's it in the second. That you would think a judge could reasonably have it.
That was an open glove. That was nothing of any kind. Tied, trying to drop him, hurt him, do something that block and turn. So Pacquiao tried to counter off
that. Yordenis Ugas is a legitimate top 5 welterweight, and
100%. I said this. I said that. Maybe win this fight. He did a very outstanding job. It's the power punches thrown, and it was that right hand that seemed to connect almost.
Ugas just over 400.
Yeah.
It's of note.
Well, because
lot riding on this. Ugas and Pacquiao, we go to the ring.
12 rounds of action. We go to the scorecards. The judges are in agreement. Jarman scores about 115 to 113 to 112. All three in favor of Ugas.
5. So it was competitive. It was reasonably close.
Right. Where Pacquiao probably won the majority of his rounds.
15% of his punches against Ugas. As comparison, he landed 19. His offense and his jab made all this possible. Just a beautiful performance. And again, that was spirited, and it was entertaining. Did you like that fight? It's like, all right, is he going to retire? Hold on, he just lost a fight. So I'm not close. And you wonder what the future will bring. Jordan Plant is in the...
You haven't had it easy. You came from Cuba. You haven't seen your family. Was it your destiny?
Era destino, tú no tenías que estar aquí en
Estoy emocionado. Ante todo, quiero darle las gracias a Manny Pacquiao.
I want to thank Manny Pacquiao for giving me this moment in this ring. WBA, and I showed it tonight.
You did, and it seemed like you were even having fun.
En el ring, como que estaba dominando bien, como que...
Vine esta noche a demostrar quién es el campeón y nada, estoy agradecido con él.
No, definitely, he's a great competitor, but I won the fight.
And also, you were landing that jab from the beginning.
El jab, el doble jab que demostraste esta noche.
Hacerle caso a mi esquina. Tuvimos solo 2 semanas para entrenar, pero
But I listened to my corner, and it all worked out.
Yes, and you've earned it now. So what do you want to do next? Who's next?
Bueno, Yordenis Ugas próximamente.
Bueno, yo pienso que ahora soy campeón, unificarme.
Now the plan is to unify.
Errol Spence?
Eso quiere decir que Errol Spence está próximamente. Next one on the list that I want to fight, but most of all, I am praying that he...
¡Patria y vida! ¡Patria y vida!
Life.
¡Patria y muerte no! ¡Patria y vida!
Thank you very much, Jordan. Manny, you took this fight against more difficult than you expected.
It's good. I mean, that's boxing.
Most definitely. Your timing against it.
I know in the ring, making adjustment about his style to me because I didn't make an adjustment right away. And
Not as much footwork from you and not as much head movement from you as well.
it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years. This crowd is so pumped to be here. They came to see you. What do you want
To witness the fight live. I'm really I time to watch live the fight, and I apologize.
Now you know the question. You fight again.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm continue to fight or not.
Like a true politician.
Well, I will make a final announcement. Facing a big problem in to help them
What you decide to do, there will never be another Manny Pacquiao.
First of all, to all the in my more than 20 years in boxing, I make you enjoy. You know, that's boxing. I congratulate my winning tonight. So that's boxing. Let's.
Very good. Thank you very much, Manny Pacquiao. It's always fun to see.
Appreciation for this man, even in a loss. There's no love lost at all. Hey, Sean, your health is at stake in there. Selfishly, I think we'd all love to see Pat.
Being 42, they always say the fighter's the last one to know. Struggles were tonight, and if he can continue to fight and be able to fight through the struggles that he had.
I think he's reached every pinnacle he has. I don't know what's left for the rest of his life outside of a gym. You know what it's like. It's a group physically and spiritually. Give the guy a break. Let him go live a normal life.
He's not surfing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Boxing is less.
That was entertaining. It was competitive. He was not embarrassed. Outstanding. Kate Abdo, back to you.
Thank you very much, gents. Big night as well in the career of Manny Pacquiao. He takes a loss. He is so in this sport in terms of the example that he sets. But going back to Yordenis Ugas, this moment for him.
I mean, it changes everything. Everybody's been avoided. You know, Cubans have the reputation for being poised, his posture. He never let Manny really get. His coach told him, you can do anything that you want to do. This is new that he was telling the world he could do, which is be the winner tonight.
Because of the abuse that he'd received online about not being a legitimate champion, he's had whatsoever, he's had to shave everything off. This is a huge moment for him, and people were kind of wondering, is he really a champion? This tells you everything you need to know, right?
Pacquiao not move his head as much. He said his legs were stiff after the fight. I remember that when I fought him, he was active. He took this fight